Pardon me. So, there is signs that there's like one side of the organism, which is the one that is the organization that's already here, is doing resonation because of the realization of the truth. But see, there isn't enough communication. There isn't enough generalization through by way of a communication. See, but this is well on our way, because we have people that are. This is happening through generating. You belong to a generation. Now, I've always heard that it skips a generation, and that does make sense, right? See, my grandmother, we are a lot alike, you know, and so it skipped a generation. My grandmother is kind of hip to the trip, you see. She was one who was not understood by a lot of people around her because of certain things, like, well, she just her lifestyle, her choice really, but it was a process, I think, that she went through, and she knows, because towards the towards the end of it, not the end, but on her journey, on her journey, she would wake up and she would, tune in, turn on, drop out. That's what we're talking about. We realize some things, and we get away from the lifestyle that we were led to believe that was the lifestyle we should live. But she did really good with. Now, in the time that she had worked, of course, it was very substantial. She accrued a life that would, she has credentials as a teacher, and then she worked for at least 20 years, and then more than that. Right after that, she opened up private schools where she lived out on the outskirts of the city with her credentials, and she was a teacher, and she had a little bitty bunch of kids that were under her watch, and she was whatever the system would have them do with the work, in the private schools and the housing. So anyway, she would even eventually kind of drop that, but she had a very good intention. It was a time era. Boy, I could go on a lot about my grandmother, but the reading that she required her class to read, as she taught literature as substitute teacher for that too, and was all of the books that they banned now. You see Aldous Huxley and George Orwell's, and To Kill a Mockingbird, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. All of those books, Catcher in the Rye, they banned those books, and those are the books that she required her class to read, or they couldn't pass. They would have to read it and do a report on it. And anyway, but see, that's the kind of person she was. She was the kind of person that went towards enlightenment, and talk about be here now, and all the whole lean towards. She went through the 60s. It was after that this took place, where now she had tons of information on Abraham Hicks. Is a whole different way of looking at how to get what you want, and be in the flow. It has to do with your vibrational frequency. Really, we're getting closer to it more. Abraham Hicks had her way of saying, and she would really talk about it. It's like, what is this woman saying? And it's like she has to go into a trance for this to come out. And it's like, we don't have to do that anymore. Can we get to what the real science is? And that's what I'm saying. That look at the words are here. Organization. The organism is already here through organization. If you want to get into the real science of truth, this realm this realm, it's pretty endless, but we can start with the basics of how Earth. What if you're watching this? You have this experience with your five senses at the least that is of Earth. Now you can go outside, go and find the city, find something of Earth, find a plant, find a natural thing. I don't know what to tell people, that live in the city way in there, and I don't know what to tell people in my position where we can see it. It's not so much the environment now. Now let's talk about organization more. The organism. What is it doing? Okay, besides for the strength in numbers, I'm going to keep repeating this. The strength in numbers thing is more of a mind orientation built of fear of death. See, organization would happen. It's very effortless, by the way. It's here just by kind of, we see, oh no, that's just the common sense, and we strengthen, not strengthening, it's resonation that causes, it's more of a solid foundation, what we found. Like, what is it that you found that you're upholding? Well, really, it's upholding you. If you consider, pardon the truck that's going to go around the bend here, they're driving on their asphalt, but they really needed that, and they didn't. Let's talk about poor organizing. Why do we want this? What is the effort? It's because, well, what if we have two different gardens that we can create through? Okay, there's the strength in numbers people over there, but can we let them have just wall them off a little bit? Let's try this. And see, that's what I'm kind of seeing right now. I am not a dead thing. I'm alive. I'm the organization. I'm part of the organism. I'm the humanity here, saying hello. Do you think? See, I am experiencing a life that says, no, see, I don't do the illusion of others too much. I know that there is two different types of people here. One of them says that there's an illusion of others, and we are separate. And that's how that from one household to the next here, it's like, I understand that you guys are busy, but when you are wherever you are you present to it? Especially, come on, around here. I'm mainly here, And it would be good to recognize people like me, who it's like, well, wait a minute, oh my God, it's too late for that. I recognize myself, but really it's like we need to reorientate. Reorientate is like, okay, it's time to reorientate ourselves. See, I'm getting a call just to my community. Really, it's the mountain, the trees, the very place that I'm in, like the potential. See, people are aware. See, the organization just needs to happen more through resonation, if at all. See, now when you talk about realization, if they go beyond fear, they have to go beyond fear. So now this could be part of my body of work, which, I'm heading towards a life that if anybody can do it, I can do it. Because of how detached I am from, I have nobody. I don't like to talk about that. See, that's part of my autobiography that I don't want to. It's a place of vulnerability when you start saying, hello, I'm alone here. Needless to say, I'll tell you right now, no, I've been alone enough here, and I hate this part of the video, and I am actually under great protection. Just have to let all my enemies know right now that you will go to hell because you're actually the most miserable one, and you can't treat people. You can't continue to treat people the way your mind treats it, because you have a lesson with that. That's your karma, and it is the worst thing to figure out that you are wrong. Now, the problem that we love our fucking narcissist subject matter and our sociopath. Now, did you know there's sociopaths that are also narcissists, but they're smarter, and then there's psychopaths, and then you have sadomasochists that are somewhere in between. Well, they're at sociopath level, but sadomasochists, it's like they're a little bit lower than psychopaths. It's now. What do you mean? Well, we're actually going up on the level of intelligence here, and psychopaths. Some of them. It's said by Sam Backman that they're not necessarily any of this terrible stuff that you hear that the narcissist is doing. Psychopaths hate narcissists because they're so stupid. It's like, oh no. Here's one here that is just ruining the game. If there is a game that if we can play it in such a way that says, okay, we're going to sacrifice something so that may live, the psychopath can just mind their own business, but do things there's like nobody else is doing, but they dared to do it. And it's not necessarily violence against people, right? It's just now you're getting power of knowing the experience. What if it's just simply by opening your mind and saying, look, there is the two different types. What if yes, this is the truth. Now, I don't know about sociopaths and sadomasochists, but there is, see, the word narcissism is just a name of somebody. So when you're talking about it, basically you're talking about the mind and the problem of it. Otherwise, you wouldn't name it. So there's the problem of the mind, and then you look at it. So it's a very, oh God, it's such a shady fucking subject matter. You'll never get out of it. You have to rise above psychology, which is very, very shady. It's called the pseudoscience because where is the mind? What is the problem? That's what now we've just got. Now we're just sitting right on top of a plateau that says, is there a possibility that there's a place beyond mind? And it's like, yes, get into your body. I mean, yeah, you have this bucket of mush up here. You can't tell what's in there. If you say that, oh no, the mind is so much more substantial, shut up. Because it takes a lot to defend a mind, right? I'm not a mind here doing that. By the way, I'm just helping my skull. Ah, I've learned a long time ago. There's a deeper state of meditation. The deepest state, you want to seek refuge away from all of the noise, where people are far from knowing meditation, and they think that there's so much that we have to do. And it's like, if you meditated, you would use different materials to build everything. Everything would look so different. Everything would be done differently. That's just a fact. And there's so much on it. But we can hardly explain. Like, from where are we coming? What are you talking about? Well, yeah. So let's look at the pyramids. Let's look at Did you know how many places? There's even places in the United States here where they're just not showing us. And by the way, we really don't know how big the place is. None of the world. I mean, we're just limited little roaches or ants, and very well kept, I guess, in a petri dish. And whoever flies over the cuckoo's nest, very few. You'll never hear of them ever again. I think a lot of. So having said that, I'm wondering, am I the only one left? Did I miss something here? Because I would like to get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? Fuck this fucking shit. But now, I think that there's going to be a collective flying over the cuckoo's nest. Let's keep trying to resonate through realization. I was trying to talk about that realization, baby. Realize, it's really reality. Did you know that? It isn't anything hocus pocus. See, I think I can help the community. Russell Brand, Ralph Smart, Lisa Teal Swan, the other light, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, schizophrenic guy that does the attractive passion. You gotta watch out for all of these people because they're kind of well, are we ready to get real? Like, we still have a lot of ego to drop and a lot of meeting up to do and reorientating. And are you really ready? I mean, see, if we sell out, because they've been accumulating material wealth, they're on their land and they're blah blah. And it's like, man, whoever thinks that they can own anything here, is not going to be fighting the war very well. And now, having said that, minute 15, do you hear what I'm saying? Maybe that was just the benevolence trying to put in. Now you figure if society has gotten so bad up to 2000, it was great up to until 2020, wasn't it? No, no. It needed help. It needs help. It needed help. And do you think that what did the C-19 announcement and then all of the stuff that went on after that? Well, no, put your mask on and actually you should, and then all this stuff that, well, we're going to have to eat crickets. And do you think all of that was done purely by malevolence? No. In fact, probably most of it is done by benevolence. How, Shauna? Why? Because what outnumbers out there is taken by the enemy, malefic, and just, it's, who gives a fuck? Just wipe it out. Get rid of it. We've got to find a way to stagger it down, take its money, hold tight, erect social media, create a screen. You notice this is a screen here. Babes, this particular war in this part of the movie that I'm talking about for you was well planned. See, if you figure that Tesla had already this technology to start transmitting whatever we needed, security, really, we need transparency is the best security. Yes, it is. Because why? That's what has organization as far as the fact of reality being here and the truth. Just going to have to throw that in. Heart stuff, baby. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Boing, boing. Your brain is like creating this illusion of time. If you really got to see, to get to this point, to be able to explain it like this to you, took 7 years or 6 or even 8, I think. But it's getting easier and easier to just relay to you where your real life is and how to get into your body more. We learn how to breathe. See, I want to go where there's a whole bunch of people that know just this, because how powerful you can be by just knowing that all you need is the air that you can breathe and to love. And then everything, see, with this kind of thing, you become an aperture of prayer, and now everything around you, it gets kind of shaky, baby. You're going to be shut out if you don't go where you're welcomed and say, no, we hear what you're saying, we resonate. We all need work. We all need work, and I'm excited about it. It's like, I don't know if I'll be able to stop smoking my ganja, but then maybe I will be able to, because maybe being in a sanctuary that's mixed up, where it's like, no, you're supposed to ignore that it's mixed up. Well, I'm going to ignore that I like to smoke ganja, then for some reason I'm smoking it, and it's what is it to? Maybe to help our third eye go open. It's better than that drinking alcohol and doing religion and running after the money, which is a hell of a religion. Yeah, it is. It's a fallback. It's the fucking backdrop. It's like, oh, okay. Like I said, it's like, ooh. Having said this, it's like, let's do another tarot throw. It's pretty complicating, boy, but now, woo! Look at this. We're gonna. I have to put my glasses on with the small writing, let alone it's just my eyes are going out. So here's what William James said. I don't know if you can see it. Here, let me make sure. I'm trying to do another episode of opening out of the Be Here Now book. The chair is on fire. And today's page, it's like a tarot throw. It's a William James said section. Babes, as long as we have men staggering about, I wanted to talk about even farther here. I'm sorry. I'm not a biased person, but when I mean men, is the part of the organism that is is most likely the fully encapsulated mind. And the fully encapsulated mind is the one that needs to find the outer realm, their body. They have to get into their bodies, and then they get into the outer realm. And now I'm just I hate sounding biased, but okay. So the problem with the organism right now is that the one side that who is not an occupation at all, because they can't have reality. They're a mind imagining a life to be. They're not heart oriented. They are not trinary. They are binary. So they don't have an occupation. There isn't really organization. So it's a backdrop. It's like anything can go with this thing. Like with the asphalt that has been laid down, and it's like, well, why do you insist? You really insist on just poisoning the waters. The waters are amazing here. They purify themselves underground. They can, but if you keep on, and they'll say, well, everybody's doing it or something like this, it's like, that's not an excuse. And then little by little, oh, that's what does it. Creates a problem. See, I'm all for getting organization enough, really just recognizing, recognizing. See, recognizing, first of all, and then keep looping into your shit. See, if I get this information down, Pat, I'm going to sell out, and I'm going to, do you know how impossible it is to focus when you don't have a good support system around you and you are being attacked? I am literally, I have ended up, I get this vision just this morning. Sorry, I lost the page. I'll open it later. It was just too overwhelming for me, the writing shit. I get the vision, and I hate this video. Did I already say that? Okay, so, yeah, I'm very much an enlightened person. I'm a Buddha. I did alert the entire community. I was like, I'm here. I was not feeling good. I was starving to death. For whatever reason this happened, I just got a knock over here. I'm getting more knocks that are coming. They're coming from another dimension. It's like, oh shit. We're going through another round of something really intense that I appreciate it. It's weird. It's like something saying, you know what, hang out here because you are going to go through interdimensional work, and you don't really have to go hither and thither. But I'm staying open. No, I'm staying open. See, because I'm always thinking that I gotta move away from here, like right now, and it might be that's the truth. It might be really that's the truth. That's probably that's the hardest thing I'll ever end up doing is just letting go of this place. But it's like if I can let go of my grandma, who everybody thought, and I thought too, like, well, God, I couldn't survive without that. But oh God, I hate this video, babes. Don't make yourself vulnerable, right? Don't give show anybody that you need anything, but that's where I'm just gonna say I really don't. I really wanted something, but I don't really need it. You know, I don't have to have it either. I just wanted some things, and you think you get what you want, but it's like it comes with some other shit going on, and maybe you're not even ready for it. Maybe it's was meant to be that it was rotten, and you need to get out of this situation. Maybe it's bigger. Maybe it's bigger than just getting entangled with two people. Maybe see, God, the partnership thing for me would be like these people would have to. The one person would have to be saying, no, I resonate through the realize, because we are realized, honey, I am with you. We are organized because we occupy the here now. Just breathe and see. In my position, I'm saying, and I think that this is what's really happening. If it's going to take money to do this, let's do it. I have money, I'll sell everything. And you go into this here, medium here, there's a way to use it. You have to. You have to do it like this. This is as fast as light. You want to go with the speed of light? You use SM. What's faster than the speed of light? Get this. Telepathy. Telepathy. I am not an isolated incident. Here it is, Monday, June 10th. I'm going to put this up forward about June 14th or 13th, though. Sorry. We're moving forward. It's not an isolated incident. I bet you anything. See, I'll find something. I haven't looked on YouTube yet, but some other channelers, like other channels. They're called channels for a reason. I'm about to awaken all of this whole language up. It's like, will you look around you? It's not just a concept found on a cartoon in a television set. Tesla invented the screen and the tele. Everything Tesla is tele. And the screens, TVs, radio waves, the way that it's coming in, the way that TVs work, the screens, telephones, remote controls, EMF waves, period. You're very, he knew that you were a vibrational frequency and how you can get in tap and read your fucking mind and your brains. And they are doing that. I mean, it's open. The people that dare to organize still through this medium and knows that there is monitor malevolence has very little power over the truth that how that it's just going to burst. It's just going to say, excuse me, done with that game. Do you want your quarantine? Yes. We want it to be separated out. There's a split happening, by the way. Do you want to organize better, or do you want to be vague as hell? Because the more and more that we don't get our language together, it just fades off into the distance and the line becomes blurred again, and now we are mixed up when it's outright war on your well-being, on your chances to know something like, do you really want to know how to get out into outer space? Like, do you want access to the stars? To your own intellectual belonging, like, do you, I just freaked my friend out. I've known her for a long time, but no, we hung out together and then we became separated, and then we meet on Facebook again, and I tell her about, oh no, it's true though. The information is not known. It's known that whenever we go to sleep at night, I mean, you can do this consciously, and this is what some people are doing, and whoever is doing it for us and with us and holding us together, like intergalactically, you know what I mean? Like how it really works. See, there's something here that wants to do it synthetically, and it's being done synthetically, and it's probably actually supposed to happen that way. As far as time travel and stuff like that, see, woo, got up to minute 27 now. I'm letting you know, Iran will never be penetrated. It's done for whatever over there. Israel and Palestine, that whole scene is just trashed. It is reduced down to the vibrational frequency of garbage. Now, what is holding up the rest? Because did you know that Israel is in full control of however they're doing it, but they have stations everywhere, and you want to talk about it. The full on every bit of your global modern day global overlay, from your electricity to Hollywood to the political systems, the absolute deception stemming from religions that wants to slow down the evolution of human consciousness, and the efforts to try and penetrate into Iran, which is holding the secret to synthetic time travel, was a sign that they want to take control, but they can't. And instead, they could just be wiped out, and they were. And I don't know if that's the real news that you're getting, but I know that that's pretty much yes. And having said that, Donald Trump is Israel's baby, but Israel's baby is pretty much everybody who sports a red, white, and blue flag, down to your British, to your over there. I mean, it's a very old place over there. That place in the east, that's where the masterminding is happening. And the United States is America is like a completely rogued, like, I just got the vision of what it is. I can draw it in the cartoon almost. It's just a frothing. It's like we have the ability to do this with our deception and our absolute horse shit. Let's just make it a whole nation fed on that. Technological advances and all. The way that it has been harnessed through money, like the most powerful, okay, now you want to talk about it. What it is electricity. Whatever can electrify it all and shock your fucking ass. Now, really, though, let's look at it now. What we don't really know because it starts to fade off into the distance. We're talking about Tesla would not know of the strong arming in the background. He does, but he doesn't. Now he knows. There's a lot of disgruntled up there in the stratosphere, as far as these beings that try to offer things down to the planet and bring great stuff. It could be you. That's your... Hi, Jesus, was that you too? You bet, girl, and that's you. Whenever you get a mind of your own, come here. I love you. Oh, boy. Hey, would you stop that? Christ. Sometimes I wonder about that situation over there. I didn't say what I needed to say. Not yet.